Give them their flowers while they still here. This called Mama's Boy. When her first son was born, my mother's womb world was weak and it was worn. It's like those hours of painful labor made her a happy woman. I mean, right before her eyes was God's most profound prize. He lay there on her chest under the comforting of those big old breasts, and as my mother viewed her newfound success, so did her love begin to manifest. I can recollect some of our fondest memories, like making government peanut butter cookies and ham sandwiches with government cheese. I remember those days when I would awake and see that breakfast was yet to be made, so I would fix nasty bacon and burnt eggs. But the thought was sweet because I gave my mother breakfast in bed. I remember those nights when my mother and her boyfriend would fight, and I would stand by the door with my fist ball tight, just ready to go and save my mama, ready to take that man's life. And after old boy would strike because my mother went in the kitchen and grabbed a butcher knife. First son rubbed his fingers across mother's battered eye as she cried and reminded him that he was all the king that she needed. I remember that evening. For some strange reason, my mother was no longer breathing. She was laying there still on her hospital bed, and her eyes were rolled to the back of her head, and I took my fingertips and rubbed them down the sides of her ice cold legs as I'm playing back in my memory what this lady doctor had said. I'm sorry, sir, but your mother is dead. It's like on the bed she lied, and on the floor I cried because the pain just seemed to wither away all my insides. It's like when my mother passed away, a whole half of me died. I remember hearing excuses. You know, people would say maybe it was just her time to die, or baby, keep your head up high and death is just a part of life. But, the worst one was it's going to be all right. How in the hell was it all good when I lost the woman in which I was the first child to ever give motherhood? In the good book, it says death is supposed to be a celebration of life. But the tears on that day, very utterly dispersed, let me know that there weren't going to be no fireworks. My mother paraded the highways in this long white hearse. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust were the words that I heard when I watched my mother, the center of my universe, the queen of my earth, be buried 72 inches in the dirt. It hurts. I wish God would have sent me some 10,000 mothers. So if I ever lost one, I could replace her with another, just like the other. Now all I got is a picture in a robe, because I wanted the comforting from seeing her beautiful face and the sweet fragrance from smelling her clothes. Her picture is on one of my walls, and some days I stand focusing on it and I recall all the memories, honestly, that I wish I could forget. And I'll just sit here, motionless, holding this pain inside. One time I even contemplated suicide. I just cried. Cried to God, why? Why did you take my lifeline away from me? And he didn't answer me immediately, even after I asked him repeatedly. And when he did answer, he said, I had to test your allegiance to me. I'm not in the business of answering whys. I'm in the business of making you wise. But here is a why. Why did your mother have to die in order for you to seek me? If I gave you my eyes, then why would you need me? You just keep on living and you keep believing. But sometimes, man, life just get hard. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go to my mother's house, sit on the couch, and lay on her titty. Tell somebody about all of my problems and they listen. Hear somebody tell me that they love me and that they meant it. It's just like everybody that loved me expects something from me, but she didn't. And I just miss it, you know. The genuine kisses, the cooking, the bacon, the biscuits. Since the day she was buried, I have never been to visit. Just couldn't cope with all the sorrow. It's been 13 years now. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to pay her a visit tomorrow. Give them their flowers while they still here. Peace.